And I do want to say something, because in editing the videos, I've noticed I'm taking liberty to use a particular kind of a language, which is to always say Saturn does this.
Yeah.
But this is just how we speak in astrology, just conversationally. It's almost fun. But it's always worth remembering that this is what Saturn symbolizes. Astrology is a way of reading cosmic time. So when a planet is sitting in a particular position, it's saying that it's time for that. So it's symbolizing that. But it's just, if I was to say that every time we talk, then it will become very redundant. So when I say Saturn does this, is that Saturn symbolizes this. It's saying that in this lifetime, if it's a transit at this moment, this is time for that. So I just want to make that clear. And every now and then I'm going to bring this up just as a reminder, because this is how people start directly fearing things. The eighth house doesn't do anything to you. Saturn doesn't do anything to you. That Saturn as a field of interaction, as a existential force, is also invested within you. It's kind of a will. And it's just saying that it's symbolizing that will. It is symbolizing a kind of a time. So we're reading some sort of a correspondence in that way, but it's not like Saturn's going to have you on a chokehold and, you know, Saturn's going to make someone die. So I just want to make that clear, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, most people they always think Saturn's the dreaded, like wherever Saturn goes,
Yeah.
it's going to be harsh and karmic, and
But I look at the planets, we're getting a little bit off topic, but that's okay. But I look at the planets as a kind of a will of existence. If there's an ultimate being, these planets are something like its will. And since we're a manifestation of its will, the ultimate being, we have those wills also we all have a Saturnine will within us. We all have the capacity to restrict others, ourselves, to set limitations. So talking about a will, and then when you look at a chart, is saying, well, how is that will of yours, that drive within you, how is it being operationalized? In what sphere of your life is it most prominent? How do you suffer from it? How do you benefit from it? The language that we use really has a profound effect on how we understand things. And while editing the videos, I'm like, wow, if someone's just getting started with astrology, this is very fear-inducing. Like Saturn does this, Mars does that, the malefic does this, you know?
well, even the word that they call the malefics, right? But like you're kind of explaining, malefic can also do well in certain houses.
But as a will, as a drive, we also have malefics within us. I don't care who is watching, we all have the capacity to kill, like Mars. But because of our socialization, because the way our values have been set in us, because of the way we're scared of repercussions, a lot of us don't. So it's just like that malefic aspect is in everyone too, but it's just controlled and tamed, right? When you do
Yeah, so
psychology, Freud talks about the id, the ego, the superego. There's a part of us that's unsocialized and it's very animalistic. But because we're human and we get socialized in society, then we control some of these malefic things. And sometimes we need to control some of the benefic things, because if you have money and you're too generous and you give all of it away, then you're starving, right? So,
yeah.
yeah, sorry, you were gonna say?
No, I was just going to say that. So basically, everybody has the capacity to do bad things, but you
Yeah.
have other things obviously stopping you compared
Yeah.
to somebody else.
We all have a Mars in our chart. We all have a Saturn. So it's saying that that existential will and drive is also invested within us. Now, how is it that we enact it? How do we embody it? And how do we enact it in the world? That's the beauty of the chart, because it's telling us something about that.
And also, doesn't Mars and these planets also give us that drive to do other good things, right?
I mean,
Need a Mars and a Saturn also to get things done.
like in these Doshanta houses, we saw Mars defeats illness in the sixth house because it's giving you the drive and that discipline, the energy to go and work out, to be active, right? So the stuff that defeats illness. Saturn can negate certain things in the sixth house, like bad diet that we might have, bad habits that we have, which can now come to help us sustain our health. So yeah, even these malefics in the right place. And a lot of time over time, we learn how to harness their energy in a way that's life promoting rather than life denying. It's when we're immature and we don't know how to employ them that they become life denying forces and destructive. But they never really feel good, but they can create good outcome later because they're being employed towards the right things.